Today I'm going to discuss coolant loss issues in my brand new Kia Sportage. I bought this Sportage 6 months ago. It has done only 6,000 kilometers on the odometer and I'm already seeing coolant level drop to the minimum level. I made a video about checking your coolant level a few months ago. In this video, you can see that the level is close to the maximum mark on the coolant reservoir. But now, as you can see, the level has dropped to the minimum mark. So what I'm going to do now is top up the coolant and measure how much coolant I have lost these past few months. Let's open this new coolant bottle and pour some coolant into the measuring cup first, so that I can accurately measure how much coolant is going into the tank. Let's fill it up to 500 milliliters. Now let's open the cap on the coolant reservoir. Keep in mind that the engine must be cold before you open the cap. Now I'm going to slowly pour some coolant into the reservoir until it is just below the maximum mark. I think that is enough. I don't want to overfill it. So now if we take a look at the measuring cup, there's about 330 milliliters of coolant left. That means we added about 170 milliliters of coolant into the reservoir. I think that is a lot of coolant lost in just a few months. This is not normal. So what can cause the coolant level to drop so rapidly? Is there a leak somewhere? I checked the floor where I parked my car to see any stains from fluid leaks. I did not see any stains there. So I inspected the engine compartment and radiator hoses for any signs of fluid leak, but everything looks good. Maybe it's due to a blown head gasket. A blown head gasket can allow coolant to leak into the combustion chambers or mix with engine oil. When a head gasket fails, it can allow coolant to leak into the combustion chamber, where it is burned along with fuel. In that case, you should see white smoke coming from the exhaust, and also sweet smelling exhaust odor. But so far I have not noticed any such thing. If the coolant is leaking into the engine oil passages, it can cause the engine oil to turn milky or foamy like texture. So I checked the back of the engine oil cap and I don't see any milky substance. I also pulled out and checked the dipstick. No sign of foamy or milky substance. Another place where coolant can leak is the radiator core, which is inside the passenger cabin behind the dashboard. In that case, I should smell some coolant in the cabin, especially when I turn on the heater. Coolant has a sweet smell, so it should be obvious when you sit inside the cabin. I don't see any such smell inside the cabin. There's actually a proper way to accurately check for coolant leak in your Sportage. You can attach a pressure tester here to pressurize the coolant system to a certain level. And if the pressure drops, it means there's a leak. Since I don't have a pressure tester, I'm going to continue driving my Sportage after topping up the coolant and keep an eye on the coolant level. If the coolant level drops again in short span of time, there is most definitely a leak somewhere. In that case, I will take the car to the Kia dealership since this car is still under warranty. I will keep you updated with this issue, so consider subscribing to Wheels Joint so you don't miss the video. Thanks for watching.